Think New Zealand Music Month, that is, and you may think of the hot band promoting their music, playing live and touring. There's a growing number of musicians, though, who sell their music in a more down-home kind of way over the net. Corinne Ambler meets one who says it's the way of the future.
He's never had a piano lesson and you won't find him in the top 10, but Glyn MacLean is on a fast track to Hollywood. The self-taught Wairarapa composer has just sold 9 songs over the internet to a Hollywood music agent. One of them's up against James Blunt for use in the hit TV series Las Vegas.
And what they try and do is buy somebody who's cheaper than, you know, the really, really top artist. And that's why people like me can get a look into Hollywood, because we sound similar, maybe we're almost as good a quality, but we're a hell of a lot cheaper.
His agent pays him a retainer twice a year. If his song's chosen, it could be 18 months before they show him the money, but it will be worth the wait.
Hopefully, you know, I'll win that tender if I do with my song Walk Away. Then, you know, it's a very happy feeling for my bank account.
You'd class his music as easy listening. He says he writes common themes for the everyman. For him, it's not about being famous, but about making people feel good.
How does a song come to you?
Well, I think a lot of songs come through misadventure, through bad relationships, making mistakes, through human error, or through fun, joy, whatever. But for me, my core focus of my songs, my lyrics and my music is to overcome adversity, to learn from mistakes.
While he dreams of making a living from this, Glyn's bread and butter work is not quite as glamorous. He promotes Wairarapa music through websites and clubs, performs at festivals, does session and live work for other musicians, and at the moment is in charge of the New Zealand Music Month festivities in the Wairarapa. It pays peanuts and requires wide-ranging skills. He's everything from festivals, does session and live work for other musicians, and at the moment is in charge of the New Zealand Music Month festivities in the Wairarapa. It pays peanuts and requires wide-ranging skills. He's everything from technician to roadie, even chaperone.
It's okay for these guys to have their first drink?
Tonight, he's managed to score Michael Murphy's new band, 5 Star Fallout, as the headline act for the launch.
How sweaty do you get? He gets pretty sweaty?
He gets about a 9 out of 10 sweaty.
And they're playing for free, helped by the fact one of the members grew up in Greytown and admires the work Glyn's doing to promote local music.
And it's something that, it needed to happen in the Wairarapa, and and I'm glad that someone's finally taking on that kind of vital role, because there is a lot of talent in this area.
This one's called Seasons!
Most of this audience have come to see the New Zealand Idol star and his band.
Wanna take this moment, frame it like a picture on the shelf.
But more important to Glyn MacLean than these Auckland rockers are the local artists. There's 12-year-old Cameron Noble from Palmerston North, who impressed the Rock Boys by playing and texting at the same time.
Just
And he's taken 15-year-old country music singer Tanya Warren under his wing, predicting she'll be the next Hayley Westenra. He helps others with songwriting, among them this shy carpet cleaner, who's just won a Nashville songwriting competition with this tune. And finally, he puts on his own performer's hat.
Don't walk away or even be afraid.
I learned early on that you've got to have a point of difference. It's better to be different than to be better as an artist. I've got through probably about 4 A&R departments, and one of them is IRL in China. So a bit of luck, they'll think, oh yeah, geeky white boy from piano player from New Zealand. That sounds interesting. New Zealand clean green image. Let's get him over here and put him in a suit and throw him on a piano, and there you go, some lunch money.
Unlike most of us, this guy gets the whole package. A rural lifestyle where he and his family have quality of life and doing his dream job. But he couldn't do it without one important tool: broadband.
It used to be that only Disney studios could do that kind of thing, or a very, very, rich studio. But now just a hillbilly like me in rural Wairarapa can compete. What happens with broadband and the internet is that it empowers individual people to become their own record label and their own distribution unit.
Any aspiring musician out there who's sitting at home, what would you say to them?
You get knocked back and you think you want to give up, but never give up, never give in. Embrace criticism and feedback from people and learn from it.
All right, now listen to this. That's our new money. That's our old money. Take a look at the difference. Here's the new. There it is, 50 cents. It's quite small, actually, about the size of our current 10, I guess. The 20 cent and a very different looking 10 cent piece. It's actually, doesn't really show it that well. I'll show you. I'll hold it up for you, actually. They're alongside their current counterparts. I mean, look at this. This is the new 10. It's, what do you call that colour? Bronze, I suppose. It's like the old pennies, really. 1 cent pieces. So, a lot lighter, a lot smaller. And our pockets and purses, I'm quite enjoying jingling those, able to put them down. Our pockets and purses will feel a lot lighter when these guys come into circulation. That is on July 31, so time to store some old stuff away for the grandkids, I guess. And it is, of course, sayonara to the 5 cent piece as well. Time for me to go too. Until tomorrow, that's New Zealand Close Up.